Hey, Hannah, what are we doing today?
We are doing a practice run with the rigging for our 1974 O'Day Widgeon on the centerboard.
Can we see what that looks like?
Yes, we can. Ta-da!
You can go ahead and feed the rope through the hole in preparation of knotting it and getting it ready.
This is the lift line. It's the shorter of the two lines. So we're going to go ahead and thread that through the centerboard through the hole on the side right here. Might need to twist it a little bit. Or if it gets really bad, you can tap out any particles that are left in the way, blocking the line from going through. Oh, I think it's going.
It's almost through.
Great. We're just going to go ahead and pull that a little bit to make sure we don't lose it as we go ahead and read the next step.
Once in, you can go ahead and knot the rope. You want to make sure you use a nice flush knot as best as you can. You can go ahead and burn the rope ends for a nice clean finish.
Alright, so now that we've trial fitted these rigging lines on our centerboard, we're going to go ahead and follow the instructions provided by Rudy at DNR Marine, and we're going to use body filler to cover these holes. I suppose you wouldn't want to use epoxy, so that way if you ever wanted to get it out, you wouldn't be able to get it out. So we're going to go ahead and stick with his suggestion of using body filler, and we'll cover this up and sand it smooth. Alright, so first things first, break out your Bondo. If you haven't used it in a while, you want to make sure you mix it up a little bit. It's plenty more than what I'm going to need. Apply your repair cream and hardener as specified per the manual or the instructions. Be wary if your temperature is a little different. It's going to take longer.
Go ahead and thoroughly knead the Bondo so you get the activator in, and make sure you get it all ready to go. You want to try and probably push it in as much as you can into the hole. I'm going to probably sand some of this down later. I'm going to leave a little bit of a layer on it. Give it something to work with when I sand it later. Get off any big globs. And on the other side, there's some smaller pinholes. I'm going to go ahead and do those as well. I won't bore you with the details, but I went ahead and sanded with 60, 120, and 220 with a DA sander to smooth it out as best I could. The resulting product's only going to be as good as the amount of time you spend on it, so make sure you get it well done. Then I can go ahead and wipe it down and get it ready to prime. I went ahead and hung it from my garage door tracks and applied 2 coats of Total Boat primer. You're going to want to do as many coats as you feel necessary, but it's a high build formula, which will help give it a better final finish coat when you do the final paint. Here it is rolled on, the final 2 coats of paint. I did not use the roll and tip method. I've only rolled it on. So to put the centerboard back in, you'll just do the opposite of how you removed it. We picked up new rubber washers from DR Marine. Ours was all cracked and falling apart, so we picked up new ones of those. You'll want to make sure you feed the lines through properly. Once fed through, you can then reattach the centerboard. To ensure that the lines are attached correctly, I recommend rigging the ropes prior to flipping the boat back over or finishing up the job. That way you can ensure that the lift and the lower lines are appropriately matched. You can use your hand guidance to help lift and lower the centerboard. Just make sure that the leverage points are appropriate and that they are in the right hole, or else you'll go to pull it and nothing will happen. And besides that, once you're all set, you can call it finished.